Hi, I'm Steve and I'm the owner of InlineSkates.net, and this video is about how to buy an aggressive skate, how to choose the right one for you. Now, I personally have not been aggressive skating, although I've been buying aggressive skates for almost 20 years. The person who's going to use a skate like this is obviously a kid who's going to be doing a lot of jumping, a lot of grinding, going in the half pipe, etc. If you're watching this video, it's probably the kind of skate that you're looking for. Alright, so the purpose of an aggressive skate is really to hold up, giving you not only performance but durability, because aggressive skates take a lot of punishment. And that kind of punishment doesn't make your mom very happy if you go back to her in the same year and say, I need a second pair of skates. So that's the most important thing, but let's sort of break the skate down by parts. Let's start by the wheels. Now, a wheel on an aggressive skate is typically a much smaller wheel than you find on a recreational skate, typically in the 55 to 59 millimeter size, whereas a recreational skate will use 72 up to 100, so much smaller wheels. You'll also notice that the profile is much flatter on the wheels, allowing the skate to be able to grind better and a wider surface to land on, etc. And they also come in kind of two setups. So this is a standard straight setup where all the wheels are the same size, and this is an anti-rockered setup. So an anti-rockered setup allows the front two wheels to be larger and the two middle wheels to be much smaller. As a matter of fact, they're not really even wheels. They really don't even spin, and they're actually made out of a harder plastic, allowing them to grind better. So it gives you a much larger surface for which to grind on, and allows the skate to be more comfortable with hitting the rails and stuff like that. Next thing you want to look at is the frame. Now, most aggressive skates have UFS frames, which means the frames are interchangeable. So you can take that frame off, buy an aftermarket frame, put that on if you like. Bearings are not as important in an aggressive skate because you're really not going fast. You're typically not going to use a skate like this for skating down the road long distances. So most aggressive skates come with an ABEC 5 or an ABEC 7 bearing. But the parts that are important is the type of armor that the skate has. So if you go to a basic opening price point skate like this one, you'll notice that it has a little bit of a curvature in the frame, but nothing really much but plastic over there, a little bit of protection here, and that's pretty much it. As you go up in price, you get a skate that's got a much more beefy sole plate, much more durable curvature in the frame, and protections on the buckle and little points on the side that the skate can rub against. So that'll make this kind of a skate more durable. And then as you go up to something like this thing's built like a tank. It's got a metal buckle, it's got a super beefy power strap, it has an inner and an outer boot on it, so it's got a liner plus an outer boot that you can make really nice and tight, protections for the buckle, some venting systems in it, and lots of padding inside. And that's the next thing you're going to get in an aggressive skate. As you go up in price, you're going to get a better liner, which means that the liner is going to be more comfortable. More importantly, it's going to give more padding, because if you're jumping on an aggressive skate, when you land, you want to absorb as much shock as possible, so they'll have thicker footbeds, bigger tongues, and more general memory foam type padding all around the skate. Aggressive skates typically do not come with brakes because you're not really going that fast. You don't need to brake, and you can brake in other ways. Sizing in aggressive skates typically are true to size. You want the skate to be nice and snug and comfortable. You don't want to buy it big, so you want to go true to your real foot size, not necessarily your shoe size, because a lot of kids will wear shoes larger, but this you don't want to buy larger, because if your skate's flopping around, you won't be able to get the best performance for it. So if you're an aggressive skater hitting the parks and pipes, the trick is to buy the skate that is going to handle the types of skating that you do. If you're just going to do a few jumps and a little bit of grinding, you can go with a less expensive skate, but if you're going to really beat the rails hard and really be doing a lot of jumping, you're going to want to buy a better skate, because that skate will hold up, give you better performance, and won't upset your mom for having to buy another pair of skates in the middle of the season.